What's up, everybody? Um, just jumping into an impromptu stream on this Saturday. Felt like getting an Underdog Bestball Mania 3 draft in. So thought I would stream it to anyone who wanted to watch. If you are hearing me, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna hang for 2 minutes or so before I start the draft and jump in it to give everyone some time to jump in the stream that wants to watch. Not expecting a ton of viewers for this. I just tweeted this out 15 minutes ago. Not exactly. I don't exactly have my full schedule down yet for when my streams will be, but I'll try to get out a bit of a calendar on that. Hope everyone's doing good on this Saturday. I was watching the Candidates Chess Tournament. It's the tournament that decides who gets to play the world champion. And truly amazing what the Draftathon did for my channel. Somehow we're nearing on 300 subscribers. So if you're enjoying this content, would really appreciate a like on the video. Subscription helps me out, encourages me to continue doing this. Might have some time to look at some of my Bestball Mania 3 teams. I like to click through them every once in a while. And we're nearing on 1 o'clock here. Going to be going to Vegas in this upcoming week. So you're not allowed to do streams from there. So maybe I'll see if I can collab with someone, get some streams down in Vegas. What's up, Chris? Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. And but please don't jump in this draft, Chris. I don't need that sharp action. All right, we're gonna jump in here. 3, 2, 1. Chris says he needs that streamer EV. Let me know how the screen is. I'm gonna try to take up as much as the screen as I can. We are the 8 pick. Not sure if you can see all of it. What happens if I click the board? So it doesn't show you the full board. I'm going to try to make it so you can at least see the full board. We'll just cut off the 12th pick a little bit there. Looks pretty good there. I've been sitting in the this show is sponsored by Underdog, but I'll also be doing some high stakes drafts for DraftKings and FFPC on this channel and some drafter streams. And I've been sitting in the DraftKings 555 high stakes lobby since the contest opened, and it's it was like just me sitting there for a while, but we're somehow at 7 out of 12 entrants in that fast draft. So there's a small chance that draft fills today. And if it does, I'll try to stream it. I'm sure it'll be a shit show trying to stream DK drafts. Like there's no draft board. There's nothing. Morano didn't make a rip. Did you not get in the room? Sharps are out today. Jacob, Saturday. It's the Lord's Day. What's up, Monroe? He's at the 11. Please don't take any good players. Help me out. We're trying to go back to back in this. How amazing would it be if someone won 2 contests in a row, or if someone won on like Underdog and FFPC the same year? I'm here for some legendary stories. We've already seen some crazy stuff in the best ball space. I know Justin Herzig, who was a guest on this channel and was doing streams himself. He won Best Ball Mania 1. And, oh, yeah, we'll be having those on a Saturday. He won Best Ball Mania 1. Okay, so a bit of a wide receiver heavy room. Taking my dude, Stephon Diggs there. Let's see what Tanya Totap does. A no badge draft other than me. Honestly, I don't think. Wow, CeeDee Lamb going there. Okay, I mean, I like Eckler a lot, so we're just gonna scoop that mini discount on him. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, guys, questions always appreciated. And yes, the 555 is currently at 7 out of 12 for the fast draft option. I've been in all the 555s that have filled so far. They've filled 3 slow drafts, and I finished one. I got probably the only share of Travis Etienne in the 6th round in that draft that is going to happen. So that's an example of how drafting early you can really get some advantageous player combinations. We've seen Etienne is now becoming even sometimes like a 2nd round pick, 3rd round pick on DraftKings. But it is at 7 out of 12. So if you've been waiting for your high stake drafts, I would recommend getting one down early. Sky, yes, this is something I just learned about. He won back-to-back football guy champion or football guys. That's a crazy story. Oh yeah, Herzig, he won Bestball Mania 1, and he won, I think he won like 100K on the DK Millie Maker last year, best ball, and he was in the Underdog finals. I think he got like 40th or something. I was looking through that lobby. So I'm going to be monitoring this room with where, honestly, I like Andrews a lot. I like Jones a lot. I like all the players in this range. I like Saquon. We can scoop the tight. I think I have a lot of Andrews, so we'll grab the tight end. Why not? It's a big advantage if he is tight end 1 or even tight end 2 to lock that down. But something I want to monitor with this room is just seeing with all the wide receivers going a bit early, and that can sometimes happen on streams. Going to be monitoring how wide receiver heavy this room really is. Sometimes, like the running backs really drop. And so taking them in this range can be bad if all of a sudden, like the running backs in the 6th round can be had in the 10th round. But you never know. Sometimes that dries up pretty quick. Thanks, guys, for tuning in here. We're at 20 viewers, and I only gave you, 15 minutes of notice for this stream. I'm going to try to get my schedule down for there. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Really helps me out and encourages me. And guys, any questions you have, please let me know. Chris says he was in the finals with Herzig, and I think he said he's saying it's between 50 and 100K. Jay Monroe says he's going to take Gabe Davis at 14. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so less is more going with the Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes on the 2-3 turn. That is almost assuredly not optimal, but it can work out, especially if he gets a bunch of Bills and Chiefs with those quarterbacks. But I'm not sure. I doubt Gabe Davis is going to get here in this room. So we'll see what happens. So it didn't go, it started wide receiver crazy, but it didn't continue there where we saw all the running backs go except for Chubb in these picks. And okay, it's again going a bit wide receiver heavy. Let's see who. Oh no, Chubb did go, I guess. I just missed that. Let's see what Tanya does here. Okay. I'm okay with a bunch of options left on the board, to be honest with you. Okay, he goes Travis Etienne, so that is an easy for me. I was going to take Keenan. I don't really love him as much on these half-point PPR sites, just with the Eckler-Keenan mini correlation, where I could either take Herbert or just be done with it. But, I like A.J. Brown, whatever. He probably has a lower floor than some of the players, but his ceiling is massive. And we're getting, again, when you're doing volumes of drafts, getting this just scooping value is going to be your friend. It's a way to get different when players fall past ADP, but not sacrifice projection and not just say that you know more than the market. Don't know how many solo streams versus guest streams I'll be doing. Really depends how that works out. I think Davis and I might have a couple streams lined up, but gonna plan all that next week. Gonna just rip this stream today. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow too. And again, Chris says, Jesus, you're gonna get Keenan. No. We went with AJ Brown. It's a grown man. I like AJ Brown a lot. The talent. I like the Eagles offense a lot. So I'm very cool with it here. Says, or better yet, AJ Brown. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a fan of this start where we at the skill positions we have an anchor at each position, and it gives us a lot of flexibility going into the rest of the rounds here. Okay. So we just went. There's a lot of guys I view fine in this area. We're just gonna make a brand pick here, pump up some Gabe Davis. He's a touchdown machine. There's enough questions about the offense with Deontay, with Jerry Judy's role. I like Terry. Got no problems there. I got no problems with Allen Robinson. DK Metcalf, we don't love the offense. I like these running backs and tight ends, but we'll see what happens. And just like two grown men should score touchdowns in high upside offenses. And we'll see what happens to Gabriel Davis's ADP. The plan kind of was to like pump the brakes because I was getting a bunch of him in the 5th, 6th. But I've kind of been chasing the steam on him. And this player combo could be unique enough. The guy in the one spot is fuming. Yeah. Yeah, with his Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Your Gabe Davis team was drafted early summer. Chris, can you expand on what you mean on that question? I'm not exactly following. If you're asking when I was getting Gabriel Davis in the 5th, 6th, yeah, those were earlier in the summer drafts that I was doing. I'm a sicko, so I do know some bye weeks. AJ Brown and Gabe Davis both have the same bye week. But again, I don't care about bye weeks. Okay, so he went with Kittle and Juju here. Yeah, I'm not doing this, but I wouldn't have hated like a Mahomes Juju just because Juju usually doesn't go in the 5th. Just again, a way to get different. I'm starting to come off your Buffalo stance regarding the 2 tight end set. I don't know what that means. All 60% of them. He was probably going to take Juju Gabe. Yeah, and if he got that, I would have liked that. Babe Davis for the win. Yeah, Gabriel Davis is a very interesting. He's just getting a ton of steam for, okay, so Tanya took Lamar. That definitely would have been an option for our team. Hurts went. Again, that would have been an option for our team. I think I'm going to take Metcalf or Cooks. We don't love the offenses in either. I do like Cooks a little bit more with Davis Mills, but we're going to take DK Metcalf. I have almost no shares because he was going, like DK Metcalf was going 3-4 earlier in the summer. And now, so like I wasn't taking him at all there. So now I'm just saying, okay, we're getting the, nearly 2-round discount on him. How bad can the player be? And, if Metcalf, like there's enough ambiguity with who the quarterback's going to be there, but, Baker could be with Seattle. It could be Jimmy G. It's a little bit unlikely in division, but there's some guys out there that could help Metcalf. And if Drew Lock is the quarterback there, or even Geno, I could see them having some spike weeks with him. Oh, are you asking about my winning team, Chris? Yeah, 6/16 was the anniversary, but maybe someone can look up what day of the year was 6/16 last year. Because I'm gonna bet it was like a Friday, Saturday, and it wasn't on the Thursday. Chris is saying Knox and Crowder are going to eat into each other, in your opinion. I don't really view it that way, but that's fine. Yeah, OJ Howard, the news has been poor about him being a pass catching guy. That's not what the 2 tight end sets philosophy is. Okay, so Amari Cooper, again, we're getting a massive discount on him, and we probably don't like the offense. I don't have a ton of Elijah Moore, so I kind of want to scoop that. Quarterback, we're not loving. But, even with this showing a discount on, we're going to grab Elijah just to correlate with DK. And he's young, and we don't have to worry about him catching passes from Jacoby Brissett. Although with Zach Wilson, it could be pretty bad. But we're setting up for Seattle Jets Week 17 stack. It's kind of a gross one. Amari Cooper, I want to say that even though his ADP is showing as 55 right now, and I just said we want to scoop value, so usually I would be taking him. However, I do think, unless we get some positive Deshaun Watson news, that his ADP is going to actually settle in this 6th, 7th round. So you kind of have, that's kind of like a feel thing where you have to know when players are dropping, because Underdog updates the ADPs, I think, either every day in the morning or every week or something. It was a Wednesday last year, a little hump day draft. Okay, so that's good to know. Thank you, Chris, for looking that up. Yeah, I don't exactly want to show my full exposures because I know there's some high stakes sharks that follow me, and I'm planning to get quite a bit of high stakes action down this year. But reviewing the team, we feel good about it. We got a hero running back with Eckler. We have Andrews, which allows us to stop at 2 tight ends if we want, or we can get wild and go 3. And then we have some high upside young guys with Moore and Davis. We have A.J. Brown, who, grown man. We know Metcalf. We love the talent. We just don't like the offense. And again, for like my portfolio, it makes a lot of sense to be taking Metcalf here, where I wasn't taking him 4-5. So, I wasn't taking him 3-4. But now that he's dropping into this 5-6 range, might as well get some here because I'm not so confident that he can't spike in Week 17 against the Jets. Eric, I have no pool there, so you'll have to reach out. Sometimes just some minor errors happen there. Chris says it updates daily. Good to know. Okay, so we're seeing lots of wideouts going. AJ Dillon is just, bit of a sticker shock for the price. Like I get it, and he has standalone and smash upside, especially later in the season, but seems a bit wrong to be going, like after Antonio Gibson, or before, sorry. Okay, so let's see. Running back, kind of gross. We're at pick 80. Quarterback, we can wait on. I think we'll just take Hopkins. I like taking Hopkins. I like taking Godwin and just trying to say that I'm going to, especially with this team, with us going these 4 wide receivers in rounds 3 through 6, that we have the type of team that can keep Hopkins afloat for the first 6 weeks of the season that he's suspended. And just looking at our team too, like with these bye weeks, okay, Gabe Davis and AJ Brown go on bye on week 7, and that's when DeAndre Hopkins can play football again. So, honestly, I think week 7 is the earliest bye, but you would have loved a week 6 bye for Arizona. Chris says, pretty cool if you got a team of mods in here. Yeah, just obviously a sharp crowd that follows me. Is my guess. A lot of sharp people. I'm in the Discords for a lot of people. The Spike Week one, the Deposit Kingdom one with Pete and friends. A lot of sharp people in those Discords. A lot of nice people willing to give their opinions. So with Hopkins, it doesn't really stop me from doing anything here. We got a lot of flexibility here. We could do 4 running backs in a row. We could get some quarterbacks. We could get a second tight end. Let's see how it sorts out. Okay, so I was going to say Russell's dropping there. I like Kirk. He's a start. We know he's like the wide receiver 1 in his offense. I like Trey Lance a lot. There's some other guys later I like. Ken Walker fits our team with this like Seattle Jets stack, but we could always get Rashad Dollar, as I call him on this stream, because he was a key part of me winning the Bestball Mania 2 last year. And after this eighth and ninth round, the wide receivers really kind of dry up. So, we're getting like a wide receiver 1 here versus, and it's kind of interesting to think through when you look at these ADPs. Like, this is a wide receiver 2 or 3 on his team if you count Kittle. Adam Thielen is the wide receiver 2 on his team. Drake London is arguably the 2 on his team if Pitts is the 1. Gage is the 2 or 3. Tony maybe the 2, maybe the 1. Hard to say there. Renfro is probably the 3 in his offense. So I like Kirk because we know he's the 1. He plays for a generational quarterback. So Tanzia takes Knox, and Knox was in consideration for me here, but I have a lot of Knox, so I'm not stressing it, especially with us having Andrews. But yeah, it's interesting to think through like offenses we think are going to be kind of bad, where you value those wide receiver 1s versus wide receiver 2s on good offenses. Kirk, he was a smash player last year for advance rates because he was so cheap on the Cardinals. And, Trevor is a guy who people were thinking he's a generational quarterback coming into the league. Sets me up for some late stacks with all these Jets and these Jacksonville guys. You can always get the Houston wide receiver 2s in the 17th, 18th. So you could set up a mini stack for week 17. Just kind of betting that like the Seattle Jets defenses are going to be bad and that the Jacksonville Houston defenses are going to be bad. Seems pretty logical. So all the quarterbacks are gone that I viewed. I would say Cousins is the last guy that kind of is in that elite tier. So we're going to be going volume at quarterback here. We want to get some of our running backs, but I'd also, with us having Hopkins, I'm fine hitting wide receiver 2, depending who is going to be on the clock here. Olave and Wilson. So Wilson would have fit the team. Olave fits the team because he is a stack against AJ Brown, and it's kind of a bet that what are we at? We have 6. Let's grab Olave and be done. I was going to grab Kareem Hunt, but and there's a lot of upside for work. Like if Hunt gets cut by the Browns and signs with a team like the Rams, he's going to smash, but whatever. We're just trying to dry up the room at wide receiver here. We got the Eagles versus the Saints week 17. And it sets us up for another late stack with a guy like. So we could target Trevor, we could target Jameis, we could target Zach Wilson, we could target I don't even know in Seattle. If anyone has a lean there, let me know. And then we got some guys on some good offenses where the quarterbacks go high, which you like to see too. And then we got an anchor tight end, and we're really counting on like Eckler to be in our running back spot every week pretty much. And we're going to go high volume. We're almost assuredly done as 7 wide receivers on this team, which lets us go volume at quarterback and running back. And we're probably stopping at 2 tight ends. Just saying, if Andrews gets hurt, this team is dust. Who cares? Rashad Penny went. We would have liked to see him. But yeah, the goal is going to be probably to take a couple running backs. And I like how this team's turning out. Not my favorite team by any means, but I mean, getting AJ Brown at pick 32 is not something you see often, especially with this room going so wide receiver heavy with like CeeDee Lamb going 7, Stephon Diggs going 6. Sometimes this is like an indicator that people are going to be just drafting wide receiver. If you guys are enjoying Okay. So Kareem Hunt is who we were going to take in the last pick. So turned out great. His ADP is 97. We're getting him at 113. So quite a bit of value on him, almost a 2-round discount on him from here to here. And, maybe there's been some news about him today. I doubt it. And his ADP could be trending down, but we know he has the upside. So really like Kareem Hunt on this team. And I don't have a ton of him either. So, like the running back position, I try to get exposure to quite a bit of guys. It's a bit less of like a talent position dependent. If you're enjoying this content, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Pew, 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 pew. Kind of make it fun here on a Saturday, right? Davis Fantasy. That is not Davis Maddock. We know that's an imposter. So yeah, I like the team so far. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more picks. And we're going to go one more tight end. So that calls us 7. At least 3 quarterbacks. So that would put us at 4. And that would put us at 5 or 6 running backs, depending on when we're taking running backs, when we're taking tight ends in this round. And I like a lot of these wide receivers too. So I could push it and just say, screw it, we're adding one more guy on here. Again, guys, any questions you have, any comments, let me know. Helps these streams go, especially when you're by yourself. And really cool that 30 of you tuned in here. Would this be a team you might go 4 quarterbacks late? 100%, Eric, yes. I got no problem with 4 quarterback. It's a lot easier to accept on a site with 20 rounds. And I do like both of these wide receivers a lot, but I could get locked out at running back. So there's kind of a drop off in these guys going around now. Okay, so Dameon Pierce correlates with my team. I like Rojo better though in a vacuum. We'll grab Pierce though because I have so much Rojo. So, and who knows what's going to happen in the Chiefs' backfield with McKinnon re-signing there. So we'll grab Pierce. He's not a guy I have a ton of. It really wouldn't surprise me if a Rex Burkhead or Marlon Mack is the guy there, but whatever. We're setting up this Jacksonville-Houston stack for Week 17. We got a question here from Morano. Do you think a 6th running back is more plus EV than an 8th wide receiver? I think it really depends on your roster construction, but for this team, probably. But then again, if a wide receiver falls 2 rounds past ADP at really any point in the draft, I'll probably hit him because I could always tell myself a story with the running backs that whatever someone gets hit. Bert, this is my cousin. This was the man whose bachelor party I was on for my winning Bestball Mania 2 team. Rise and grind, no quitting this man. Thanks for tuning in, Bert. Love you, brother. And Bert just had his wedding and his honeymoon. So everyone wish him congrats in the chat. Okay. I recognize some of these usernames, even though there's not a ton of badges. And by the way, the badges does not mean you're sharp. You shouldn't, just because someone has a badge does not mean that they know what they're doing. Okay. So Rashad White, I love here. Really fits our team well. Super high upside offense, super high upside profile. It's just a question of, does Tom Brady trust him? Is Leonard Fournette going to be playing all those passing downs? But really like to get these 3 running backs here. Fits our team well and allows us to stop at 5 if we want. Where we're kind of saying okay, Eckler is every week for us. Maybe White comes down the stretch and either Hunt's situation improves or he just continues to do Kareem Hunt things. Morano says, hell yeah, Bert. Woo, woo. And then Pierce, we're just kind of hoping he's the starter. If not to start the season, eventually. Um, Tight end's kind of interesting on Underdog, where some dudes on other sites go a little bit cheaper on the site. And with Mark Andrews, we're fine pushing our tight end too. Because it's really like this team probably goes as far as Andrews does. If Eckler was taken here, I probably was going to take Travis Kelce here with the target vacancy there. I also just don't have enough Kelce. And at a guy that could just really have a super high advance rate, if he laps the field at the position, I want to get a little bit more exposure to him on my teams. Okay. Hunter Henry, I like that pick. I think we're again wide receiver. We're not stressing. I like a lot of the running backs in this range, but we're gonna grab Jameis. We got that Philly. We got that Philly Saints stack. I think like Jameis he gave us 2 spike weeks last season, 2 like 25-point plus games, even with that weird like training hill offense or training wheels offense they were running. And with Jameis, I don't really feel the need to go 4 quarterback just because with the weapons the Saints have, if Michael Thomas is healthy, if Kamara doesn't get suspended too many games, blah blah blah, he has a ton of upside on his team. So this guy took Trevor Lawrence. Does he even have a stack with him? No. So that's not something I would do. Yes, you can get a stack later with Lawrence, but especially with Lamar, like maybe he's watching the stream and he wanted to not allow him to come back to me with me having Christian Kirk. But like if you get sniped on a pocket passing quarterback and it doesn't help another person's team, don't stress that, because that's them paying the rake. Okay. Let's see what happens here. We were at pick 161. I like Njoku, but I think there's still. I think I can still get another tight end, and running back kind of dies after Tyrion Davis-Price, where Tyrion Davis-Price, again a rookie, could start slow, could not be a factor, but I think Elijah Mitchell had enough injuries last year, and he plays for an offense where we know wants to run the football, where it's another high upside swing on my team in these backfields where, like maybe, and especially with like these rumblings that Debo's not happy, I'm not sure that they're going to let him just run the football anymore. So I could see Tyrion Davis-Price mixing in early in the season, and maybe becoming like a 1B to Elijah Mitchell's 1A. Or again, he could be a nothing, but I have a lot of him. And with this collection of running backs, very happy to stop at 5, but I'll probably throw in a 6th. So yeah, I'm liking the way this team's shaping up. We got a bunch of young guys with Davis, Metcalf, Moore, AJ Brown. We're hoping, I'm on the side that when we know you did PEDs, okay, yeah, you're eating a suspension, but that's probably good. Like we want, a 6-game suspension doesn't negate the benefits he got from those PEDs. Now, I could also see it argued that everyone's on PEDs, so it's not helping you to take them yourself. That makes sense to me too. Let's see what Pats does here. So yeah, I mean, like Tyrion Davis-Price versus Jamal Williams. Like I like Jamal Williams a lot as a person. He's a really funny person. If you've never seen one of his press conferences, but give me Tyrion all day there. Would you consider riding with Andrews only at tight end? I definitely would, yes. We're going to grab, say, like Higbee and Fant. I have almost no Higbee, so I want to grab him here. He also gives us the Rams Chargers correlation for week 17. And we are confident that he plays an offense with more passing touchdown upside than the Seahawks. Blah, 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 blah. And I know there's some other sharp guys that are on Higbee. We're getting ADP discount on him. We're done at tight end with 3 more picks to go. And there's a bit of uncertainty I felt with the Rams, with them playing that dude in the Super Bowl. When will Higbee be back? Well, with this team, with having Mark Andrews, who cares if he's not even back to start the season? It's more like a late season play. And I had no Higbee last year because he was going like him and Irv Smith were getting steamed as like 10th, 11th, 12th round picks. And I was like, nah. But this year he's a 15th round pick. So quite a bit of difference there. I like Fant too, but like after Fant and Engram at the tight end position, it's like, okay, is Logan Thomas going to be healthy? If he is, I like him. But if not, that's nothing. Taysom Hill, that's always interesting, I think. But yeah, we're probably going to be looking to add quarterbacks. And I would add another tight end to this team if I felt like it, just because it's a high variance position where we care about the touchdowns pretty solely. And both of these 2 top tight ends that are left, so Fant just went there. Both of them fit my week 17 stacks. And none of the quarterbacks right now fit my stack. So I think I'm going to grab Engram and get weird with it, where I think most sharp people who take Andrews stop at 2. So it's more, and like me, myself, I usually stop at 2. But I want to have some 3 tight end teams with these elite guys, just because, again, if Mark Andrews does not score touchdown week 17 and Evan Engram does, like, it's pretty cut and dry. Like, he's helping my team there. Tight ends in a position where players can get hurt a lot. It's very easy to get hurt. I feel good enough at my running backs with some known quantities and some high upside rookies. And we're going to look to grab 2 more quarterbacks here, really whoever it is. Morano asks, do you think Mac Jones will have a breakout season? I think Mac Jones will have a good season, and you can look for an article. It's going to be published on Fantasy Points that I wrote kind of about late round quarterbacks where, I think he's going to have a solid season. He's going to be a solid producer, but the question is, what does a breakout even look like for Mac Jones? He had I think like 250 points or something last year. Maybe like a breakout is him getting around 300 points, 240, 237, but that includes week the non-fantasy season week. So take off 20 points there. Also keep in mind the Bills and Patriots played in a windstorm last year. So that hurts them too. So yeah, I mean, this room could lock me out at quarterback, but I'm not stressing it. There's plenty of, I could just throw in a Baker Mayfield here and be like, okay, he'll be signed. Not something I've been doing, because usually you will get like a Mac Jones or whatever to fall, but with me streaming, I wouldn't be shocked if someone's like, well, I don't want him to get his quarterbacks he's been waiting on, which wouldn't bother me because you can't take them all. There's the Atlanta guys. Not everyone in this room is also following my stream right now. There is the Carolina guys. And yeah, there's a bunch of dudes left here. So let's see what they do. I also like the running backs in this range. There's some, like, Jerick McKinnon is someone I would have considered. I like Chris Evans quite a bit. Marlon Mack, maybe I have like 1 share. I'm not clicking that button, but I get it. I think there was some like advanced efficiency stats with the Colts 2 years ago where, like, even with them having one of the best O-lines in the league, Yeah, so this guy also grabbing Davis Mills. And we're going to grab Carson Wentz here. If Kareem Hunt's still on Cleveland, it fits. We have none of the pass catchers there, but really we're just trying to get points. Both of our quarterbacks have week 14. Carson Wentz was something like quarterback 15 on the season. And he has a little bit of rushing upside on him. Yeah, I would have liked Davis Mills over Carson Wentz, even though I have no Houston pass catchers, just because we have that Houston-Jacksonville game, and we do have Dameon Pierce, who I don't think is a pass catcher, but who knows? And then, yeah, we're going to take one of these dudes. Don't really care who it is. Could even go like crazy and take Jacoby Brissett and say Deshaun's getting suspended 12 games or something like that, so we won't have him for the playoffs, but then just hope that these two can do it in the playoffs. And I think Wentz had like 27 passing touchdowns last year. I like Washington's pass catchers a lot more this year. And the quarterback's the least important part of the stack usually, as far as like separating from the other positions. So, yeah, do we need to take Evan Ingram here? No, we probably could have gotten another quarterback, and that's usually what I would do, but whatever. It's a Saturday. We're trying to get weird on stream here. Let me just make sure this doesn't fill while I am doing this stream. That would be tilting. Okay, the 555 on DK is at 9 out of 12. So if that fills, maybe I'll jump back on. Okay, so Mariota does correlate with Hopkins. I think we're going to take Baker. And I have no shares of Baker right now, but seems reasonable. Like, I mean, and his season was gross. Like, this isn't exactly a great season. I'm usually taking a high upside swing there on someone like a Ritter or Mariota, but whatever. Maybe Baker goes to Seattle. It's pretty gross at quarterback, but it's really like, can Jameis give me some top 5 weeks at the position? Maybe like 4 30-point weeks. That's a third of the season. Can Carson Wentz give me some consistent 20-point weeks? And then the real hope is that we're separating from the rest of the draft at tight end. We're hoping to separate at wide receiver. We're hoping to, like, Eckler is a smash, and that these guys come in. Yeah, Baker to the Panthers for sure. Honestly, they probably have a better team to support Baker than the Seahawks anyway. So even though we don't have any Panthers on this team, if he goes to the Panthers, I'm fine with it too, because he could just dump it off to CMC and CMC could give Baker fantasy points. Nice draft. Thanks, man. If you guys were in the draft, let me know. I'll take a look at the team. And let's jump in here. So you can see I'm at 86 drafts so far. And let's review my team real quick. And if you were in the comments here and you're in this draft room, let me know. I know Monroe was, so we'll take a look at his team. So yeah, we went with a 3-5-7-3. Not stopping at 7 wide receivers a lot, except for when we hit them heavy. And we have the type of wide receivers that could carry Hopkins for this team to qualify, especially with us having an elite tight end, especially with us having what we hope is an elite running back. And I would say this team's pretty fragile, right? Like, if Eckler goes down, if Andrews goes down, it's not making the playoffs. Who cares? Okay, team 11, that is Rowe. Take a look at your squad. You went with a 2-5-9-2. You got an elite quarterback and a high upside swing. I like that. I like this running back core here. Rashad Dollar on the squad. Your wide receivers looking pretty strong to me. A lot of high upside swings on this team. And you got an elite tight end. And yeah, this Daniel Bellinger guy, he's a guy I have 0 shares of. I think the murmurs is he's like running ahead of Ricky Seals-Jones in Giants camp. I like Ricky Seals-Jones' athletic profile, but I'll have to look up his RAS profile because I am curious about that. And we'll get more camp news how that goes. Blitz says, let's get that 555 filled. He also says he's a Giants fan. And yeah, I mean, hey guys, if you're a fan of a team, I personally try hard not to lose my fandom, even with the gambling aspect. And take some players on your team. Take some homer picks. Who cares? Make this fun for you, especially if you're not investing a ton of money, which most of us probably should not be doing. Unless there's any other questions, I think I'm going to end the stream here for now. If that DK 555 fast draft bills today, I'll get I might stream that depending where I am. Look for me to maybe rip another stream tomorrow, and I'll work on getting a rough calendar out. I'm going to try to look at some of my other friends in the industry schedules and try to schedule around them. I don't want to compete with them, take any viewers from them, even though I'm small fish. Donkey, review the stream, but basically it's just touchdown dependent position. Most sharp people aren't doing it, so I want to have some different portfolios against them. Aaron Jones, running back 1. I'm a Pax fan. Yeah, I got a lot of Jones. All right, guys, have a great day. Tell your family you love them. It is Father's Day weekend. Enjoy some times with your dads. Goodbye.